So I recently saw the movie The Materialists with Chris Evans and Dakota Johnson, and it's an alleged rom-com, very light on the com. In fact, the only funny part I recall was when the bride was freaking out on her wedding day and her friend was trying to talk her down, and she said to her, why do you really want to marry him? What's the reason you've never told anyone? And she said, it's because he makes my sister jealous. She thinks he's better than her husband. Funny stuff. And it reminded me of a quote from an author that was talking about, I believe you can start being your own hero. And I believe in the dreams you've never told anyone. And that's my topic for today. What have you got for dreams? And are they big enough? Because they say if people aren't laughing at your dreams are too small. So I'm really trying to take that to heart. Just a couple years ago, I shared in a sobriety call that I just want to get to a place where I could have goals and dreams. And now 15 months into sobriety, I'm beyond ready. And that's on top of the 3.5 years I once quit. So I feel like I've got way more sobriety behind me, and I know I'm never drinking again. So it's time to not only set them, but really start pursuing those dreams. Do you know they say that dreaming big offers numerous benefits, including increased motivation, enhanced focus, improved decision-making, and a greater sense of purpose. Who knew? And you know what's the biggest threat to dreams? Much bigger than failure is doubt. They say doubt kills more dreams than failure. So I looked into how to overcome that. And they said, you gotta first of all, make sure that fear doesn't drive you away from your dreams. And to do that, you've got to know what the worst case is. Because if you don't, then of course you'll fear it. Because we all fear the unknown. And one of them could be, a colossal waste of time. But I read a great quote related to that says, never give up on a dream just because of the time it'll take to accomplish. The time will pass anyway. It might also cost you some money. Time is money. But to me, that's, not a good enough reason, because pursuing your dreams is priceless. Ideally, achieving them is the ultimate priceless. But even just being in pursuit of a dream, giving such a purpose, because they say everyone needs a purpose in life, just like everyone needs plans to look forward to. So I'm going at it. Frankly, my dream is to be big alcohol enemy number one. I want to take them down. I also would love to have the number one sobriety podcast, Cappy Hour, coming soon. Perhaps it's well since out, depending on when you're seeing this. And I'd love to be a guest on the Today Show and other shows like that in the future, just helping reduce and ultimately eliminate the stigma behind alcoholism and educate the world on it, including the medical community, and helping people have more empathy for those struggling with it, as well as other similar disorders. So, I guess I'll end it by saying there's a great related song called Daydream out there. A woman sang it on America's Got Talent. It goes, darling, don't quit your daydream. It's your life that you're making. It ain't big enough if it doesn't scare the hell out of you. If it makes you nervous, it's probably worth it. Why save for sleep when you could be living your daydream? Beautiful song. Lily Mayola, who wrote that at a great time in her life when things were good. She had a record contract. And then when she sang that on AGT, she had actually lost her record contract. And she sang it in memory of her mother, who she sadly lost to cancer. So then she said, now after battling this heartbreak, I feel like I wrote this song for my future self to re-inspire me to never quit my daydream. That's beautiful. And I love the concept of future self. I've done a video on that. Very important in sobriety. You always have to keep your future self in mind. Don't screw your future self for 20 minutes of relief, if that. And I'll end with one more quote that says, the greatest pleasure in life is doing what people say you cannot do. So get out there, come up with dreams that people will laugh at, make sure they're that big, and then you show them you can do it. All right, as always, stronger, sober, and please like, share, subscribe. Thanks.